Hello everyone, welcome to Code for Placement. In today's video, we will see JavaScript versus Python. What are the basic difference and what all the things are there in the JavaScript and in the Python. For this, I will be using this PDF and of course this PDF link I will be sharing it in um description box. If you want, you can download this PDF and you can understand it in the much better. So in this video I'm just going to explain about what is the major difference between JavaScript and Python, so you will get a rough idea about it. So the first we will start with what is a JavaScript. So basically for JavaScript is a scripting language that help us to create an interactive web page, and following the rules of client follow the rules of client side programming, so it runs in the user web browser without need of any resources or web server. So basically, suppose if we are going to make any web page, so in this web page, what about the skeleton, means where it will be the button, where will be the page, where will be the sidebar, all these things will be defined by HTML, right? HTML, and the look and feel of this website is being defined by CSS, and we will be getting the logic, whatever the logic behind this or the functionality, we will be using JavaScript for that one. Okay, hope you understood this one. So these are the three basic functionality and how where the JavaScript are being used. So it is a scripting language, and sooner we will be starting a JavaScript series in this channel. So be stay tuned with us. So what is Python? When it comes to the Python is a high level object oriented programming language, and it is inbuilt data structures will be coming combined, and dynamic binding will be also be there, and typing, which makes you ideal choice of rapid application development. So when we go for rapid application development, we should use Python alone. Now your big questions will be where to use JavaScript and where to use Python. This is what the major thing which is going in your head. In this video, I will definitely tell you when we should choose Python, when we should choose JavaScript, what is the advantage of JavaScript, what is the advantage of Python, what is the disadvantage of JavaScript, what is the disadvantage of Python. So these things we are going to cover in this video. Okay, so let's talk about the advantages of Java script. So what are the advantages when we will get when we are going to start with JavaScript, or when we are going to use the JavaScript in our project? First thing is that it is an open source project, so we can use it. We don't have anything, so it is open source and we have many resources to use these things. Especially designed tool for small script, we can use it. It supports classes, interface, models, so entire business logic can be written in JavaScript. Combined JavaScript run in any browser. Like we have compiled JavaScript run in any browser. We do not require anything else to run it. We can directly run it in browser itself. So it also allows you to for a cross compilations. JavaScript language is used in both, like when we talk about the client side or we talk about server side, it is being used in both the languages. So that's why the major or the big thing is there. JavaScript has a large community with an active back of language. So if in case you are facing any issue or finding anything difficult, you can definitely reach out or check out there in those communities. So you can extend JavaScript for writing like large applications. Like it's not just front end. You can have this. You can use the JavaScript in backend as well. So definitely JavaScript is one of the best thing. You can use JavaScript to store the retrieve information on the user's computer. You can provide immediate feedback to the visitor. Let's say if someone is coming on our web page and if you want to give the feedback, we can it immediately from the front end itself, you can get it. It allow you to create the interfaces that react when the user hover using the mouse. Okay, so these are the very highlighted advantages of the JavaScript. Hope you are getting the point. These are the very highlighted advantages. Now let's talk about the advantages of Python. We have already checked the advantages of JavaScript. Now let's talk about the advantages of Python. So Python is powerful object-oriented programming language. When we talk about the powerful, Python is the powerful object-oriented programming language. Uses elegant syntax, make the program you write easy to read. Okay, so it is very easy to read because we don't have much syntax on it. When talk about the Python comes with a large standard library, so it support many common programming tasks and like within itself, like when we talk about DSA programs or when we talk about data structures or when we talk about anything, so these supports directly. Runs on various type of computers, operating systems like Windows, Mac, Linux, and very simple syntax compared to Java, C or C++ language. So extends the library, handy tools are there. Python has its auto install cell, and also when we talk about comparing the code with other language, Python code is way more easy to write and way more easy to debug. Okay, so therefore it source related to easy to maintain, so that's why the source code is very easy to maintain in Python. Okay, so that is very important for any project by thing. So when we talk about Python comes with many pre-built libraries and makes the development task very easy. Python is portable language, so it can run on a widely variety of operating system, right? Python helps you to make complex programming simpler, and it is internally very much being used. Okay, so Python comes with interactive cell, which helps you to think before it actually implements. Okay, so Python offer database interface to all major commercial like DBMS systems or these things. Okay, so this is one of the best examples or the advantages we have it in Python. Now let's talk about what is a drawback of JavaScript and what is a drawback of Python. Okay, so when we talk about drawback in JavaScript, we are very much known that the client side JavaScript does not allow the the reading or writing the file. When we talk about only client side, it will work only for the client side itself. It has been kept for security reason basically, so that's why this is one of the drawback. But when we talk about on a larger scale, it is it held you to be more secure into your project. So basically it is one of the good thing, but still we can't read or write anything in client side JavaScript. Next one is JavaScript can't use for networking applications. There is not much support available for networking applications. Also, JavaScript does not have any multiprocessor, multi-threading features with it. Okay, so these are the drawbacks which I see in JavaScript. Although this is one of the best technology which we should learn right now, and this is very much adaptive, so definitely we should go for JavaScript, and I will surely bring one JavaScript full-fledged tutorial from starting from basic to advanced level. So do subscribe to this channel, basic to advanced. I will bring a very big, like very best tutorials for JavaScript. So do subscribe to Code for Placement if you want to get this thing, and hit the bell icon, and definitely I will start working on this, and I will bring this series for you in very near future. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of Python. When we talk about the drawbacks or cons for Python, it is very few. It is used in fewer platforms, weak in mobile computer, or hence it is not used for app development. As Python is dynamic, so it is very show more error at the runtime. So like compiling time, it won't show it. So the under development, and it is primitive data type access layer is still there. So absence for commercial support. So these are the things which we have it in drawback. Now the best or the very I can say the topic is we should know when to use JavaScript and when we have to use Python. This is one of the best clarity we are going to give here. So if you are doing web development, then you should definitely go for HTML, CSS and JavaScript for web development. So here you have to use JavaScript. Now, people who want to learn machine learning, data science or neural network should always consider Python for their thing. Okay, so when or which type of project, which technology you are going to use, that you are will be deciding. So if you are going for web development, definitely go for JavaScript. If you are going for machine learning, data science or neural networks, then you should consider Python to be a good one. Then Python is usually as a front-end language, that is transpiler, that convert Python code into JavaScript, makes the application slower. Okay, so that's why it's better to use Python for backend and stick to JavaScript for frontend. So basically, before going to Python, I will be bringing the JavaScript tutorial for you, and that we will be launching very soon for you to start with. Okay, now let's talk about features of JavaScript. So here are important features of JavaScript. It is a cross-platform language. It is widely used for client-side and server-side rendering. Also, when we client-side, server-side, we are using JavaScript. Also, strong testing workflow is available with us in JavaScript. When we talk about it, is easy to learn and start coding whenever we like required with. So whenever it is very easy to start with JavaScript, so that's why I'm focusing more on JavaScript to start learning and start coding with in JavaScript. Offered added dependencies we have when we talk about JavaScript. Okay, so these are the very basic features of JavaScript. Now let's talk about Python. So easy to learn, read and maintain. It can on various hardware platform and same interfaces, and it can include low level modules to the Python interpreted, or the Python offered an ideal structure or support for large program. Python offers support for automatic garbage collections also, and it support an interactive model for testing and debugging. When we talk about Python, it is offer very high level dynamic data type and also support dynamic type of checking. Python language can be integrated with Java, C, C++. This is best features in Python which I see it as of now, and also it is very easy. Like when we call about easy concurrency support via we got it from Python, and fast compilation time is there, and statically linked binary which are very simple to deploy. So these are the features of Python. Now let's talk about Python versus JavaScript, the difference between Python and JavaScript. When talk about the difference, let's see it. So JavaScript has no concept of mutual and immutual. Okay, Python have mutual and immutual data types. Okay, JavaScript should be encoded as UTF-16, as it does not offer any like built-in support for manipulating raw bytes. Python source code are ASCIIs by default, unless you are satisfying like simplifying any encoded format. JavaScript has only floating point. Python is there, we have fixed point, decimal or int, so they have different numeric type. JavaScript use the curly bracket, Python uses indexation, so it will be little easy to read Python code. JavaScript has few modules like date, math or JSON. Python is very like very having big range of it. JavaScript object has property that can be compared with under like attribute. Python programs are getter setter functions are being used for the attributes. When we talk about JavaScript, it is used for prototype based inheritance model, and when we talk about Python, it uses the class based inheritance model. Okay, so it, in addition to front end and back end, JavaScript is also good option for mobile development. Python is not good fit for mobile applications, so that is one of the drawback in Python. And also we have JavaScript helps you to build website or native applications, where the Python are is for task related, that is data scientist or machine learning or those things. So these are the very thing is there. We also have a comparison of salary structure of Python, and which is fairly equal. Okay, so this is how the Python chart you can see from the past decade. If I'm going to compare it with the past decade, this is how the Python and JavaScript are being adoptive. You can see the graph of Python. This is graph, you are seeing it in blue color. It is for JavaScript, and this is the graph which you see it for this is for Python. So both of the languages are very important to learning. So definitely we'll start a course on JavaScript first, and then we'll go for Python. If you like this video, do subscribe to Code for Placement, and this will help you a lot to gathering all the study material at the same place. I will be attaching this PDF in the description box. Do check out. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.